For nearly 5,000 years, the Great Pyramid of Giza has towered over the desert, majestic, mysterious. A pharaoh's tomb built with copper tools and brute force. But in 2025, that story shattered. Scans revealed a sprawling underground city beneath the plateau and a sealed 30-meter void above the Grand Gallery. Hidden chambers inside the most studied monument on Earth. Whispers claim that what lay inside that void wasn't empty space, that artifacts from a lost advanced civilization or even of extraterrestrial origin were smuggled out of the Giza Pyramid complex and hidden at the Gem. Is it possible that the pyramids of Giza are Egypt's Roswell incident? And that the brand new Grand Egyptian Museum, or Gem, is Egypt's own Area 51? Ringed with barbed wire and patrolled by the military, the United States buried Area 51 in the Nevada desert. Egypt may be doing something far better, hiding its greatest secret in plain sight inside a billion-dollar museum designed to welcome millions of visitors each year. Tourists may wander its gleaming halls, admiring golden relics of the pharaohs, never realizing the true purpose of the Gem. And, by the end of this story, you will discover the controlling force behind this secrecy, its attempt to silence the various shocking discoveries at the Giza Plateau, and question the official story of who built the pyramids and their true purpose. In early 2025, the world was shaken by a discovery that seemed ripped from the pages of science fiction. A team led by Professor Corrado Malanga of the University of Pisa, working with Dr. Filippo Biondi of Strathclyde University and researcher Dr. Armando May, unveiled radar scans of the Giza Plateau that changed everything. This wasn't an ordinary archaeological dig. Instead of picks and brushes, they used synthetic aperture radar, SAR, the same tool used to map the ocean floor and monitor underground nuclear tests. Its beams sliced through limestone and bedrock, peeling the earth open layer by layer. What it revealed stunned even the skeptics, a sprawling subterranean labyrinth beneath the Great Pyramid of Khufu, stretching nearly 2 square kilometers. Scans showed spiral staircases plunging downward, geometric voids of impossible precision, and chambers vast enough to house cathedrals, all hidden just meters below the desert surface. And then came confirmation. Using muon tomography, a particle imaging technique powerful enough to peer through solid stone, the team confirmed the radar findings. The voids weren't illusions. They were real. Back in 1993, decades before muon detectors and space-age radar, German engineer Rudolf Gantenbrink rolled a small robot into the Queen's chamber of the Great Pyramid. For minutes, the camera bumped and crawled forward, transmitting grainy footage of a narrow shaft. And then, suddenly, its lights reflected off something extraordinary. At the shaft's end was a stone door, sealed with copper handles. Behind it, air, space, a passage leading elsewhere. The discovery made headlines. Egypt was on the brink of unveiling a hidden chamber sealed for thousands of years. But days later, the project was abruptly shut down. The order came from Zahi Hawass, Egypt's antiquities chief. Access revoked. Robot withdrawn. Door unopened. Why stop on the edge of history? That question lingered for decades, until, in 2017, technology pierced the pyramid once again. The Scan Pyramids project assembled a coalition of scientists to deploy muon detectors around the Great Pyramid. Muons are ghostly particles created when cosmic rays strike the upper atmosphere. Billions pass through us every second, unnoticed, but when tracked, they reveal hidden structures inside solid rock. For months, detectors counted, data was processed, and the results were extraordinary. A massive void above the Grand Gallery, at least 30 meters long, nearly the size of a Boeing jetliner. It should have been front-page news. Instead, Hawass dismissed it outright. A cavity the size of an aircraft dismissed as nothing. But silence could no longer hide the cracks in the official story. The textbooks tell us Khufu built the Great Pyramid as his tomb around 2500 BCE. 2 million limestone blocks, some weighing 20 to 80 tons, hauled from quarries, including some 500 miles away in Aswan. No wheels, no cranes, no iron tools. To complete in Khufu's reign, workers would have needed to set one block in place every 2 to 3 minutes, day and night, for 20 years straight. The logistics verge on the impossible. And then there's the silence inside. Every other royal tomb in Egypt, the Valley of the Kings, the mastabas at Saqqara, is covered in hieroglyphs, spells, prayers, warnings, boasts of kings. But the Great Pyramid, utterly bare, no inscriptions, no funerary art. The only link to Khufu are a handful of crude red marks, discovered in 1837 by Colonel Howard Weiss. Markings many scholars whisper were forged to secure him fame. Why would the Egyptians leave their greatest monument, their supposed tomb of a god-king, completely undecorated? The answer may be that they didn't build it at all. The layout of the pyramids isn't random. The three Great Pyramids mirror the three stars of Orion's belt, but not as they appear today. The alignment is perfect only if you rewind the night sky over 10,000 years. The Sphinx tells a similar story. Traditionally attributed to Khafra, Khufu's son, the Sphinx shows deep fissures and rounded undulations in its limestone body. Geologist Dr. Robert Schoch believed these patterns are the result of heavy rainfall, rain that hasn't fallen on the Giza Plateau for more than 9,000 years. Together, the evidence suggests the monuments of Giza are far older than dynastic Egypt, built thousands of years before the reign of pharaohs. Were the pyramids of Giza, the Sphinx, inherited and not built? Which raises unsettling questions. Who built them and why? The 2025 scans hinted at something extraordinary inside the voids, not emptiness, but symmetry, reflectivity, the faint signature of metal. Could the pyramids have been more than monuments? Could they have been vaults? And if so, what did they once hold? Whispers spread fast. The void above the Grand Gallery wasn't empty. It once housed a craft of extraterrestrial origin. Some claim Egypt's authorities discovered it decades ago and quietly removed it through subterranean tunnels. If true, where could it have gone? Perhaps to a vault built in plain sight, the Grand Egyptian Museum, a billion-dollar project delayed for decades, standing within sight of the pyramids. Officially, its delays were caused by funding and construction. But what if the delays masked something else? Excavation, modification, the creation of a subterranean hangar. And the spaceship was delivered as part of the museum's grand opening spectacle. Whispers from workers tell of restricted access, blueprints that don't match, sub-levels sealed from contractors, deliveries made under armed guard, always dismissed, always denied. If this is true, the gem is far more than a museum. It is Egypt's Area 51, a vault built not for tourists but for secrets. And the question remains, who has the power to bury discoveries and keep the world in the dark? For decades, Zahi Hawass has been Egypt's gatekeeper. Nothing is excavated, nothing is published, nothing is revealed without passing through him. 1993's sealed door, halted. 2017's void, dismissed. 2025's labyrinth, downplayed. To his supporters, Hawass is a protector of Egypt's heritage. To his critics, he is a warden of secrets, ensuring that discoveries which challenge the official story never see daylight. But what if it isn't Dr. Hawass, but a secret organization known as the Illuminati that has suppressed any research that threatens the official story of the pyramids? And the symbols surrounding these secrets reach beyond Egypt. The Eye of Horus, once a sacred emblem of divine power, reemerges as the Eye of Providence, the all-seeing eye atop the pyramid on the US dollar bill, linked to whispers of the Illuminati. Coincidence or continuity? Some suggest that just as the Smithsonian has been accused of hiding anomalous discoveries, and the Vatican rumored to guard forbidden texts, Egypt may also be part of a global pattern of gatekeeping knowledge too disruptive to release. If the pyramids are vaults, if they conceal a truth older than Egypt, then the Illuminati has been in the shadows since the time of pharaohs. So where does that leave us? Were the pyramids truly tombs of kings built by human ingenuity alone? Or are they monuments of inheritance, relics of a civilization lost to time? Do the voids conceal nothing more than structural quirks? Or do they hide chambers that once held something extraordinary, metallic, symmetrical, perhaps even alien? Is the Grand Egyptian Museum simply a temple of culture? Or is it a vault, Egypt's Area 51, built to house the greatest secret in human history in plain sight? The truth is, we don't know. But the sands of Giza refuse to stay silent. Each radar scan, each moon image, each discovery pushes us closer to answers and further from certainty. The pyramids are not just monuments of stone, they are questions carved in limestone, questions that may one day force us to rewrite the story of humanity itself. Until then, all we can do is wonder. If you made it to the end, comment GEM so I know you're one of us. Hit subscribe, new mysteries every week.